We are going to be doing some hand sewing, and it's important that you know a little bit about the tools you'll be using. First and most important is obviously your needle selection. As you can see, there's many different sizes and shapes, and needles vary according to the shape of the eye, which is the hole you put the needle through, and the length of the needle, and the point. Is it sharp or is it dull? The larger the needle size, when you buy needles, it says a size of the needle. The larger the needle size, the shorter and finer the needle. You're going to need to select the type of needle for the type of project you'll be sewing, and then choose the size of the needle for the weight and fabric and type of thread you'll be using. Also, for your thread, you will probably be using a single strand of thread unless you're sewing closures like buttons or hooks and eyes and snaps. It's always a very good idea to use a thimble. They come in different sizes, whatever finger is comfortable for you to use it on. And this is beeswax. It is a good tool to keep your thread from tangling or knotting up as you sew. You simply drag it through the little slits in the plastic, and it actually coats your thread and helps facilitate smooth, untangled sewing. The other important thing to prohibit your thread from tangling and knotting up as you sew is to keep your thread length down to about 18 inches. You do not want to sew with longer than about 18 inches of thread, or else you can pretty much guarantee that your thread's going to tangle up and get snarls and knots as you're sewing. The last thing is, if it is important that your stitches are even. If you're going to do ones that might show, you might want to use your seam gauge to make sure that you're placing your stitches evenly. Some people actually go so far as to measure it off ahead of time if they want to make sure their stitches are a ½ inch down the whole row. They'll actually stick pins in every ½ inch and thus know exactly where to come in and out with their hand sewing stitches. Those are some tips to hopefully help you succeed in your hand sewing. Hey, if you have liked my video instructions so far, be sure to check out my blog. It's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of information on sewing and stores and all kinds of stuff. It's www.wesew.blogspot.com. Check it out.